pounds with one punch.
But I coming for everybody! Kill everybody! I'm the champ! Ah!
If I kill everybody, what are you gonna do?
Picking that man up and just having conversations with Dana White while he's got this man hoisted up in the air.
Just wanna fight, bro. Fight, fight, fight. I love this shit.
Join me as I dive deep into the most inspiring stories of fighters who bounce back from their biggest defeats. In a sport built on toughness, timing, and tenacity, can I uncover the greatest comeback of all time? In the world of combat sports, resilience isn't optional, it's mandatory. Every fighter, no matter how dominant, will one day taste defeat. And it's not the loss itself that defines them, but what comes next. It's in the aftermath of a crushing loss that the true test begins. When the cameras are off, when the headlines fade, when the crowd stops chanting your name, what's left is the silence and the question, do I still have it in me to rise again? Defeat can be devastating, not just physically, but emotionally. The pain of losing isn't just about the bruises or the broken bones, it's about watching everything you've worked for crumble in a matter of seconds. Fighters are forced to confront their fears, their flaws, and sometimes their very identity. Let's talk about Anderson Silva. Once regarded as the greatest middleweight in UFC history, Silva was nearly untouchable. Then came Chris Weidman, a thunderous left hook, a career-changing loss. Many wrote Silva off, especially after the rematch, where he suffered a horrific leg break that made fans wince around the world. But Silva didn't disappear. He didn't make excuses. He returned slowly, painfully, and proved that greatness isn't just about winning, it's about getting back. Up when your body, your legacy, and your pride are all on the line. And then there's Ronda Rousey. Once the queen of the UFC, she was an unstoppable force, finishing fights in under a minute, shattering pay-per-view records, dominating headlines. But when Holly Holm landed that infamous head kick, the world was stunned, and Ronda disappeared from the spotlight. Many thought she'd never come back, but she did. Not just physically, but mentally. She faced Amanda Nunes, another monster in the cage. And though she didn't win, let's move to Conor McGregor. Love him or hate him, McGregor is a fighter who understands the power of the comeback. After his crushing loss to Khabib Nurmagomedov, a loss that went far beyond the octagon, triggering personal and professional turmoil, many believe McGregor's time had passed, but he returned, rebuilt, rebranded, and while his journey has had ups and downs, the hunger, the willingness to evolve is still there. And that's what defines a true warrior. Now let's go deeper. Let's talk about the comeback nobody expected. Dominick Cruz, a former bantamweight champion with footwork like a ghost and fight IQ off the charts. Cruz's career was derailed by injury after injury. Torn ACLs, groin tears, surgeries, rehabs. He was out of the octagon for nearly 3 years. Most fighters would have called it quits, but not Cruz. In 2016, he returned and did the unthinkable. He beat TJ Dillashaw to reclaim his title. Think about that. After 100 days of being told you're done, he came back and proved he was still one of the best in the world. Then there's Michael Bisping. For over a decade, Bisping was the UFC's eternal workhorse. He was never the chosen one. He took tough fights, suffered brutal knockouts, and carried the label of never quite good enough. But in 2016, after a lifetime of fighting, he got a short-notice title shot against Luke Rockhold. No one believed he'd win, but in just over 3 minutes, he shocked the world. Bisping, eye-damaged, aging, written off, became champion. And if that's not a Hollywood story, I don't know what is. And what about George Foreman? After losing to Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle, Foreman's career took a sharp turn. Years later, at 45 years old, many saw him as a relic of the past. But Foreman shocked the world by knocking out Michael Moore to become the oldest heavyweight champion in history. His comeback wasn't just about fists, it was about faith, patience, and persistence. It was about rewriting the rules of what was possible. Let's not forget Tyson Fury. After defeating Vladimir Klitschko and reaching the pinnacle of boxing, Fury spiraled into depression, addiction, and obesity. At his lowest, he was nearly 400 pounds and contemplating suicide. But he made a decision. to fight back. Not just in the ring, but in life. He transformed himself both mentally and physically. And in 2018, he stepped into the ring with Deontay Wilder, a knockout artist in his prime. Fury was knocked down.
Not counting. The Gypsy King is the heavyweight champion of the world.
But got up like something out of a movie. That fight ended in a draw. But the message was clear. Tyson Fury was back. And when they met again, Fury dominated. His comeback is more than just one of the greatest in boxing. It's one of the greatest in sports, period. And here's another name, Frankie Edgar, the answer, a fighter with relentless heart. After losing his lightweight title to Benson Henderson, Edgar dropped to featherweight and took on legends like Aldo, Swanson, and Mendes. He never ducked anyone. He never stopped evolving. And even when the division left him behind, Edgar kept grinding, reminding us that resilience isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet persistence. All of these fighters have something in common. They refuse to let a moment of defeat become the end of their story. But let's zoom out. Comebacks aren't always about belts. Sometimes it's about redemption, about becoming the person you were meant to be. It's the internal comeback that matters most. The return to self-belief. Because when the world doubts you, when critics tear you down, when fans forget your name, do you still believe in yourself? That's what separates legends from the rest. The octagon, the ring, these are just stages. But the real battle happens inside. Comebacks are forged in silence, in early mornings, in lonely gyms, in grueling rehab sessions, in the mirror. So who had the greatest comeback of all time? Was it Silva rising from defeat and injury to remind the world of his greatness? Was it Tyson Fury conquering the darkness within before reclaiming boxing's heavyweight throne? Or was it George Foreman proving that age and time mean nothing when you've got fire in your heart? Maybe the real answer is this. Every fighter who gets back up is a champion. Every fighter who silences the doubt, who walks back into the cage, who refuses to give up. That's the spirit that makes this sport beautiful. And that's why we watch. That's why we cheer. Not just for knockouts, not just for belts, but for the courage to continue when everything says stop. Now I want to hear from you. Who do you think had the most epic comeback in combat sports history? Was it someone I mentioned or someone else entirely? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's celebrate these warriors together. And if you want more stories of grit, resilience, and redemption, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This is Global Combat Arena, where legends rise again.